The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight ends on the loose.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay,
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you meant
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
General West. Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, they'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Hey, high 7.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Here's Beckham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
6-6, pull it high. Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, echo. Side.
To throw on second down. Herbert got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Open man is Ross, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready? Go team, still. Let's go team. Let's go. Hey, Alpha. Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. He don't know no better. Hey, check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. Let him know. Yep. Let him know. Let him know. Hey, check Michael Allen. There.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And this is Cook with a grab. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Come on now. Let's go.
19 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Down. 8 lead. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, Zoo. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Mike. Zoo.
On first and 10. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Herbert. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to John Ross.
John Ross in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Hey, Charlie! 57 to Mike! 57 to Mike! All day.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Not that time for Watkins. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Ready? 61, matchbox lights. Hey, Delta. Go.
On 1st down, Herbert. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 1st down, Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Now that after the sack. It'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Greystone, Travis.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to go down again. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert under pressure again, and down he goes again. Olivier Vernon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Bravo!
From the gun, Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Taken in at the 22. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 31 yards there and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second and goal from the 1.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Check. Up. Blue draw quarters. Hey, alert.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Mike 51. Let's go, defense.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Come on, let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go. Double tight.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. This one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals,